A scanner decides your family doesn't eat. A kid's game loses billions overnight. The same software, two very different rules. Here's what happened. She walked an hour to the ration shop. The machine wouldn't read her fingerprints again. For a woman in her 60s in Rajasthan, India, that means leaving without the rice and wheat her family is owed. India is now tying subsidized food to fingerprint and iris scans. The goal is real. Stop fraud, stop fake recipients. But a worn fingerprint doesn't care about good intentions. And the people most likely to fail a scan are the elderly, laborers, and the poor. The exact people the program exists to feed. According to Biometric Update, India's parliament found biometric verification is failing for about 1 in 8 people across the welfare system. That's not a glitch. At that scale, across millions, it's mass exclusion happening one rejected fingerprint at a time. When your body becomes the password to feed your kids, a backup plan isn't a nice to have. It's the difference between a safety net and a locked door. Lock people out of food and you create harm. Lock kids out of a game and you lose billions. Picture a parent at 11 at night trying to figure out why their 11-year-old is locked out of their favorite game. Last fall, Roblox rolled out mandatory age checks for its players, most of them children. They called it the gold standard, promised no friction. What they got was almost entirely friction. Real kids flagged as adults, accounts locked for days, and frustrated parents doing the face scans themselves, quietly defeating the whole point. According to PR Newswire, when the damage hit the earnings report, investors wiped roughly $6.7 billion off the company in a single day. The stock dropped nearly a fifth. Age verification isn't an on-off switch. It's a friction generator. And every app your kid uses is watching what happens next. Same face scan, wildly different rules depending on one quiet word. Why? Imagine you walk into your office. A camera checks your face against your employee photo, and the door opens. Now picture that same camera in a crowded mall, scanning strangers, guessing who they are. Same software, same code. But under Europe's new AI law, only one of those is heavily regulated. The difference is a single word. Verification confirms you are who you say. Identification searches a database to figure out who you might be. According to Slaughter and May, unless a biometric system is used purely to verify, it counts as high risk. High risk doesn't mean dangerous. It means audits, bias testing, and human oversight before it ever touches you. The law doesn't ask how good the tool is. It asks what the tool is for. Purpose, not power, decides everything. 3 stories, 1 thread. In each, the technology works fine. What breaks is the design around it. A scanner with no backup. An age check with no off-ramp. A law that judges purpose, not power. The machine isn't the risk. How we deploy it is. Links to every story in today's podcast deep dives are in the description. See you next time.